Alright, so how y'all doing? Figured I'd come out here and make another update on this windshield frame. I went through and I've sanded it all over as best I can with the sander. I still got to go back and hand sand some stuff, but I got all my welds cleaned up and cleaned it all up, got all the paint off all this stuff, and then I done that on both sides. And then I went back with 415 metal etch and brushed it all over everything just to sort of kill some of the rust. I got it all in here and everything. You can see the metal's kind of a purpley kind of, I don't know, you can tell there's something on it. It's not clean metal anymore. It's kind of got a rough feel to it, but I'm gonna 415 all along under there where that real bad rust was. Try to seal that up. I might even try to get some in there too. I don't know. I'll just have to see. But I'm gonna do that and then probably treat the underside edges with 415, just seal it up and treat this bottom seam here. Just try to get it sealed up good where it won't come back, which it probably won't, but if it does, it'll be protected. Well, hopefully it won't come back, but if it does set out in the rain, hopefully it won't. Give a little tip to some of you guys. If you use 415, when you open it, always put a piece of plastic between the lid and the can, or you won't be getting this can back open. Like this was a brand new can. These are the smallest cans, and I had to peel this lid off. I couldn't get it off. So that was new. So you can imagine what happens when you get paint in that, that seal there. But little tip, some of you guys that are new to 415, that's a must. So I'm about to start brushing this stuff on here. I think I'm going to do the whole inside. Well, I might not do the whole inside. I might just do the edges. I think that's what I'll do. I'll just do the edges and the seams, everything. I'll be back when I got something else. Alright, so got the seam sealer on, or not seam sealer, sorry, 415 on, and got it all in the cracks and edges. And for some of you guys out there that are wondering, well, why don't you just use seam sealer? Well, I'll show you if I can. If you can see in that hole right there, now that's a plug weld from the other side. It's wet. That seam, that 415, sorry, soaked all under that rail when I brushed it, and I done that from both sides, and it sealed it. It is completely sealed now, top and bottom. I done it on the inside, and also done it on that bottom lip of metal that I rolled over. So you could pour a gallon of water on this thing, and none of the water would go between those two pieces of metal. So that's why I'm using 415 instead of seam sealer. Another thing I forgot to mention, gloves. Wear you some rubber gloves. If you get this stuff on your skin, it doesn't come off for 3 weeks. Ask me how I know. Another thing, use a disposable brush, because it don't matter what you clean that brush with, it's going to be hard as a rock next time you go to pick it up and use it. So don't use a good high quality brush for this. Use something that's maybe a couple cent at the most, that you can toss and get you a new one. because that brush is junk after you use this stuff. It's good stuff though, and you can see, like on the new metal, it's not rough enough. Like I should have etched it some more, but you know, I sand that down, it won't really be that big of a deal. The main stuff was between the tubes, so, and that's sealed to my knowledge. It's also sealed in the edges good now, so hopefully it won't never rust back again. I'm not going to do the rest of it because there's no rust between them. This was the worst part of it. That's up above. No water's really going to collect in that. Now I might do the other side, but I'm not going to do the back side. So I'm going to flip it over and probably do the other side, and I'll show you guys how the other side looks. So here's the other side. As you can see, I got to keep this because this is what my bikini top slides into. So I'm going to try to save this, but I'm going to 415 this seam here because there is some pretty good rust under here. I want to stop that from growing, and I'm thinking about doing the edges where these two pieces of metal are sandwiched, just to seal it. You can also see the black coming through. That's from the other side. So you know, it does the trick. I'm probably going to put it on this lip here as well, and probably put it up in here, brush it in there good, because paint ain't going to really do that any justice. So I'm going to try not to get it in these though, because I got to have those to where Bondo will stick. So I'm just going to brush it on this lip, and probably inside of here, up under here, on the windshield lip edge, and probably around the edges. Alright, I'm going to get started. Alright, got it all done. I just got to let it dry. And when it dries, I'm going to have to sand it to rough it up, because this is the gloss kind. So that's all I could get in those little cans. So this is done to cure, and I'm going to sand it down with probably 220 all over. And then I'm going to have to mix me up some filler, fill in all the spots, fill in my weld seams, everything. Now I'm not going for perfect with this. I'm just going for, you know, making it look like it wasn't touched, but it'll be original, you know what I mean? Because I know for a fact that back in 46, now I know this isn't a 46, but back in 46, when this style of windshield frame was being made, just the flat faces, I can guarantee you they weren't flat. They had probably some waves in them. So, you know, because it's a molded piece of metal slapped on a tube frame, welded, sent through, you know, that primer, and then whatever color they wanted it to be, and they put it on Jeep, put a windshield in it. So it's kind of what I'm going for. And not to mention that light color that I'm painting it hides stuff, so it'll look good enough. Can't go too crazy because my Willy's in the middle there. But yeah, I think it's coming along pretty good. I just gotta let this cure overnight, and then I'll come back out here tomorrow and check it out. Probably start sanding and rustle up some filler and start filling in these spot welds. See y'all then. Alright, so I'm back out here again today, looking it over. You can see how shiny that stuff is. Like you gotta really sand that down. to make that to where primer and paint will stick, but it did exactly what I wanted it to do. Hard to see now, it got that glare. It got up under that seam, and there's another seam on that piece. Got all that, so sealed it up good. You can see where I had a hole in my weld right there, and it bled from the backside, so it definitely sealed it up good. Now I just gotta run over that with 220, knock it down, make it smooth, and then I can go back with my filler, start filling in these welds and kind of smoothing out those low spots, getting all that done. But alright, so it's been a few days, actually it's been a whole week, but you can see I got pretty much the main part of the body work done good enough for me. I mean, it's got some waves in it, like there's a low spot right in there, but you know, it ain't really gonna matter. It's kind of got a dip in it there, but it's hard to work without messing your letters up, so it's as good as it's gonna get. Right now I'm waiting on this stuff there to cure out. It's this pore putty where the Bonto's got those little pores in it, you know, where the air gets in it. I got quite a bit of them, but then there's a few low spots that I didn't feel like mixing up more, so I just put that on to kind of fill it, which it won't hurt it. It won't really hurt anything, but it's looking pretty good. As soon as I get this knocked down, hopefully I'll be shooting some primer on it, so it's coming along pretty good. I'm pretty tickled with it, but be glad to get it in primer. So maybe I can get that done today. Alright, well here it is on the Jeep, just sort of temporary. I also put the top on, temporary. I done that so I could get those little buttons put on there. This is a later bikini top, so it don't fit too great, but I mean it's better than sun. So I got that towel there to keep the paint from scratching because I don't have my latches to hold it up. I also put it on there so I could adjust my bracket and tighten it up. So that's one less thing laying around. It's on the Jeep now. Yeah, it ain't too bad. Body work come out decent. Can't really, can't really tell it. I didn't do anything on the inside, but, I ground the weld down and that was all I did. You really won't be able to see it though once I paint it. It'll be such a light color. Hopefully next time, I'll be painting it, so see you then. Alright, well, I got it painted. Doesn't look half bad. Got about 3 coats on it. And I got my Willy's emblem painted, so I'm probably going to end the video here. So next time y'all see it, hopefully I'll have the glass in it, because I'm going to go ahead and order the glass. Get that coming. I just decided to go ahead and pay the money and do it, because I thought about putting plexiglass in it and then getting like a 66 Chevrolet big back window rubber and put it in, but I couldn't really bring myself to pay $80 or $100 for a piece of plexiglass that I'm gonna have to cut curves in and try to get it to fit. So figured I might as well go ahead and pay the money for the actual glass put that in there, do it right. So I don't know how hard it's going to be to put this glass in though with that channel, but I guess we'll find out. Well, thank you guys for watching. Bye.